on for dear life because this hot and steamy kiss is one for the history books.
이런 거죠.
Yep, we know that look too, my dear Soa. You're absolutely done for. That look on his face right there says it all. Undoubtedly going down as one of the steamiest kisses in all of K-drama history. As we unravel the story further on from here, things are getting quite messy and complicated. We've got two stories that are bound for collision course as we get closer to the season finale. Here are our two shocking theories and the truth behind the 19th life. It has been revealed that it was indeed Ji Eum's father who drove the truck that caused the accident that killed Ju-won and Mr. Ha. And the person that ordered that hit was none other than Soa's uncle. Is he connected to Ji Eum's past lives too? Because we can now confirm that Hana is indeed Soha's mother. If you think about it, let's try to put the pieces together of Ji Eum's first life as we get glimpses of that story as she holds on to the bells. What is Ming-i's connection with Ji Eum? Guys, this is truly mind-blowing as we hope that this is not the case here. But there's a chance it might not be the happy ending we want, and we hope we're wrong. Stay with us because there might be a silver lining at the end. We get glimpses of Ming-i being part of Ji Eum's life. Was he her lover or was he her son? Because she does lose her son in one of her past lives, but the glimpses of her first life tell a different story. It looks like some kind of tragedy may have fallen on her family, and that's where Ming-i and Soha come in. Could Soha be the reason for this tragedy? As we see fragments of her first life, it's safe to assume that Soha may have killed someone dear to Ji Eum. This in turn creating a never-ending cycle of revenge. As we theorized in our last video, they aren't just time cops, they might just be avengers. As Ming-i says to Ji Eum,
그 기억 속에 있는 첫 번째 생의 인연을 찾아야 돼요.
but Ji Eum interprets this as a love and destiny type of thing, when in fact, it might be the other way around. There has been an endless cycle to find and kill Soha for the tragedies he's committed in Ji Eum's first life, and somehow, someway, everyone is on the revenge train. Soha's mother, his uncle, Ji Eum, Ming-i, all of them are in on it. Is it possible that Ji Eum is the only person that has forgotten this mission? But here's the silver lining. If Ji Eum and Soha end up falling in love, that will break the cycle of vengeance, and everyone can then live on in peace. No more reincarnations, the cycle is broken.
Our second shocking theory brings back the good old big bad of the story. But let's look at Ji Eum's first life. What we can clearly gather from the shocking revelations when Ji Eum touches the shaman bells again is that she was welcoming home Ming-i as a master, either on a romantic, subordinate, or filial level. Whatever the case may be, the fragments we see afterwards is a group of people walking through the field with bloody swords. One person in that group in particular was Soa. So it may be the case that Soa killed Ming-i, creating a curse of vengeance. What's happening now, Ming-i has been reincarnating, but we still don't know his purpose as he's not actively hunting Soa. Would it be wrong to hunt down Soa for a past life that he doesn't remember? Ji Eum, on the other hand, has also been reincarnating since that life, this time pursuing Soa after falling in love as Ju-won. However, I don't think this will result in a reckoning between Ming-i, Ji Eum, and Soa. Again, we go to the ethics of hunting down Soa for a life he doesn't remember. So what's in the future? Indeed, we now look to the endgame. The reason Ming-i wants Ji Eum to reconnect with the people from her first life is to, as we mentioned earlier, break the cycle. But the cycle has nothing to do with Soha killing Ming-i and everything to do with who gave the order to begin with. As Soha's treachery is revealed in these episodes, we must conclude that at least Soha's father and uncle could remember their past lives. This could be Ming-i, Hana, and Ji Eum's chance to right the wrongs of the first life, to find the mastermind responsible for everything that's happening. Ming-i being dear to Ji Eum, Soha being dear to Ji Eum, Hana being the mother of Soha, wronged by both husband and brother. It seems everyone who has reincarnated and remembers their past lives are connected to this one incident, and so we look to the results of it all. Soa's uncle and father are both immortals seeking riches and fortune throughout their lives, and they've achieved it, but at the expense of those around them. Ming-i and Ji Eum being the chiefly victims of their greed through Soha under their orders. Throughout their lives, they have continuously killed reincarnations of Ming-i, Ji Eum, and Soha's mother in order to gain wealth, and it has all led to this moment. Ming-i, Ji Eum, Hana will now set their sights on the culprit behind the car accident, Soha's mother's death, and Ming-i's vendetta from the first life. It all comes back to the father and uncle. Ji Eum, Ming-i, and Hana work together to end the cycle of greed throughout their lives, and Ji Eum and Soha, their obstacle is to find a way past the grievance of Soha murdering her first love. But we have confidence this can be done if the father and uncle are brought to their ultimate end. Who gave the order to incite the car accident? And who gave the order to Soha to kill Ming-i? It all comes back to this. Who? is behind everything.
Oh dear Lord! Hold on to your pants.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, hold on to your pants.
Hold on to your pants.
Because these two theories are mind-blowing and could possibly upend everything we knew about it going forward. I mean, we first said time cops and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
it
We're
has
close. We're
become
close.
it has become clearer.
Yeah, and you know, I really love the fact that this could ultimately be because of the father and the uncle. Like,
Yeah.
it's all roads, all paths are leading down to it because of just the way that they act with the current events, like the murder, the accident, all of that stuff, giving out money just to try to keep everything hush. And it's like, why? And like, I've never thought of that until you even mentioned it.
Every single life they go through, they give orders to kill Ming-i.
I don't know about that though, but
well,
I do.
mean,
yeah.
like, if he's on his 23rd life,
Right.
from the very beginning, they've ordered Ming-i to be killed
Wow.
23 times because he always remembers.
He
right?
is a loose end.
Anybody that remembers the father and uncle, if they're immortals, working through like their immortal lives to amass all these riches, anybody that remembers that is a loose end.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the other thing that I'm thinking about is that Ming-i is just part of this whole cycle, and that he is trying to break it from another reason than just vengeance. I do think that now that I'm starting to think about it, that the father and the uncle were behind all the way back in time that started this cycle of vengeance. I don't know if Ming-i was the one that they were trying to kill like over and over and over again. Perhaps that could be very possible, but it doesn't seem that he's that important of a piece to me yet. We still have to find out. Like, I feel like all of this started by them, the father and the uncle, and somehow down the line, it all got messed up and like got all money between Ji Eum, Hana, Ming-i, and Soa. And like, maybe I feel like Soa did do something tragic by the order of the father and the uncle. And then later down the line, they were just like, you know what? We've been reincarnating way too much. Maybe we should love instead of hate.
Yeah, there's a possibility that could be the case. The missing puzzle piece is Hana and how many times she
Yeah,
has
that's a
reincarnated.
mystery too.
You know, being Soha's mother at the time, anybody who finds out about their immortality, such as Soha's mother, because we don't know how many times she's reincarnated, but anybody that finds out falls into the people who keep reincarnating.
Right.
Because Soha doesn't remember, but he doesn't know because he was just
Yeah.
working for them in the
Yeah.
first life, right?
He doesn't have the powers.
Yeah, so he for all intents and purposes, he's like the person that's just always there,
Yeah.
but he doesn't know their secret.
Right.
So his mother could have found out, and thus she became a reincarnation to remember that life.
Yeah.
And everybody else who found
Ooh,
out.
but you know what? Maybe there's a twist in all of this.
What is that?
He hasn't remembered yet.
Well, I mean-
maybe he has been reincarnating, but he just remembers much later. I mean, the laws and rules of this whole reincarnation
Well,
thing
the
is
thi-
still quite muddy.
Well, the thing is, no, people do reincarnate. As Ji Eum has said in
Sure,
this,
yes,
the difference
yes.
is they remember.
Right.
So Soa has been reincarnating. Yes, this is his however much life, but what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say is the only people that start to remember are the people that the father and uncle
Oh, yes.
revealed their
Ooh.
plans to, or like they found out. So Soha's mother, by way of like running the hotel and stuff like that, just find out that like they've been like, you know, living all of these lives and they've been the same person or something like all throughout
Right.
the time, and she's trying to bring to light their greed and their fraud, and she starts to reincarnate and she remembers that light. Anybody that got in the way of the father and uncle amassing their riches starts to remember
They were remembering. Guys, hold on to your pants. Oh my goodness. If you have theories, leave it down in the comment section below because this is... But in any case, that is it for us. Thank you for stopping by. Leave us a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and tap that bell so you know when we post new videos. Once again, this is what we're watching this Sunday. We'll see you next time.